Welcome to The Abundance Journey, the show that helps spiritual entrepreneurs create an abundance mindset that accelerates revenue. Here's your host, the Abundance Ambassador, Elaine Starling.
Hey, welcome back to The Abundance Journey. This is the show where we celebrate all the different ways abundance can show up for you. And today, I'm going to share a personal story that honestly, it just brought me up short, and it has completely transformed the way I see and experience love. And it's something that I think will really resonate deeply with you too. Have you ever felt like the world is kind of asking you, how can you love me when you don't even know me? Or maybe that's what you feel. You know, you get a compliment from someone or somebody's interested in you, and you immediately feel like, well, how in the world can you appreciate me and be so enthusiastic about spending time with me when you don't even know me? Maybe that resistance, that hesitation to send love to somebody you don't know or don't fully understand, that's probably pretty familiar right now because, frankly, the world is incredibly polarized. It can feel so easy to turn away from somebody that you just don't get. You don't get where they're coming from. Well, I'm going to share what happened one morning very recently on a quiet country road and how it changed everything for me. But I'm going to start, of course, by connecting our energy, your energy, my energy, with the God of your understanding. I call this the divine. Also, with all the other people who are watching and listening to this show, we are all uniting into one. And we're going to do that in two different ways, two things that unite our energy. The first thing is we're going to take 3 long, slow, deep breaths together. And as we breathe in through the nose, we're going to think the words, I am. And as we breathe out through the mouth, we're going to think the word consciousness. So I am consciousness. And I'll remind you when we do it. Then we're going to hold an intention. An intention is just like spiritual GPS. We are saying, here's where we want to go and how we want to feel on our way to creating this experience together. When we do this intention and we hold it for 78 seconds, that gives the divine enough time to lock in on that vibration of the intention so that through the course of our conversation today, you get to experience that intention. You actually achieve that experience. So 78 seconds can be a little challenging to do because right now human beings are super distracted. In fact, we have a shorter attention span than a goldfish, and a goldfish starts life brand new every 8 seconds. So in order for you to hold that vibration, hold that energy, I've discovered 2 different techniques that really help you do that. The first one is to pick 2 or 3 words from the intention that just feel expansive and uplifting. They feel like high vibration to you. Repeat those 2 or 3 words over and over again to yourself for the 78 seconds. Now, the second thing to do is notice what's happening in your body. You might feel goosebumps. You might feel a rush of heat. Your hands might get really warm. Anything that you notice that's happening in your physical body is just a sign that the God of your understanding has locked into that vibration and it's all systems go. They're all ready to get the energy moving so that you experience that intention. Very cool. So let's get started. So let's breathe together 3 times. Breathe in through the nose, I am. Breathe out through the mouth, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. In love and light, we hold the intention that we replace resistance with love, directing divine energy to heal, nourish, and bless us and everyone we meet, impact, or pass. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Wow, there's a lot of energy around this particular topic because, yeah, this is a very interesting time and an interesting situation. So let me share what happened just recently to me. I don't know if you know this, but I live out in the country. Everybody in my neighborhood is on a minimum of 10 acres. So it's pretty rural. And I was out walking in my neighborhood with my walking buddy and her dog. It's one of the things I absolutely love to do every day, connecting with nature, great conversations, just being present. Well, every single time a car passes by, we step to the side of the road and we stand still until the car passes. It's a lot safer because there's no sidewalk. So we want to make sure that we're out of the way. And I always make a point to smile and wave. It's my way of sending love and blessings to my neighbors as they go on their way to work, to school, whatever. Well, one morning, as a car passed, I felt this intense surge of love flow out from me to the people in the car. And it was almost electric. It was like my whole body was radiating this love, this deep appreciation and gratitude. But then I felt it. I felt this resistance coming back to me. It was as if the people in the car were silently saying, well, how can you love me when you don't even know me? And then it was as if something much bigger than me spoke through me. And I heard the words, I must love you before I can know you. Well, those words hit me like a thunderbolt. I tell you what, I stood stock still and I said, wow. And my friend said, what? And then I told her, this just happened. And in that moment, I realized that love isn't something that you wait to give until you understand somebody, until you have a rapport with somebody, until you like somebody. It's the bridge you use that builds the understanding. Love comes first. And when you lead with love, everything else falls into place. Now, I want to unpack what love really means because obviously a lot of people have a different way of relating to love and how they think about love and how they experience love as a result. So let's all get on the same page. To me, love is that sensation really of belonging. It's feeling deeply appreciated for who you are, exactly as you are right now. No changes, no modifications. You as you are is perfect. It's that deep inner knowing that you're safe, you are cherished, and you are seen with all your quirks, all your faults, all your foibles, all your talents and skills, and all of it is equally loved and valued. You know, think about that rush you feel of joy and wonder when somebody really gets you, right? Or when you're surrounded by people who celebrate you just for being you. They get you, they love you, they adore you. That feeling, that is love. And here's the big secret. Everything in existence, everything you experience, everything you notice, even the air you breathe, is made from love. Every single molecule literally vibrates to the tone of love. When you broadcast love, whether it's just by sharing a smile with somebody, or maybe it's a thought, like I had that thought of love towards the people in the car, or maybe it's a kind gesture. You open a door for somebody, or you help them get something off a high shelf. Anytime you are vibrating with that experience of love, you are literally expanding the divine. At the same time, you are also raising consciousness around the planet. It's like sending ripples throughout the universe, creating waves of abundance, joy, and connection. Now, I really, really want you to get this, because we create our reality in every single moment. And here's the kicker. When you create from love, you experience more love. You experience more abundance, more vibrant health, more supportive relationships, more joy-filled experiences. Frankly, everything that you've ever wanted, every single goal, every aspiration, every dream, every relationship, it was always about how you thought you would feel when it happened. And all of those feelings are really about love, about belonging, about being worthy, about being important and valuable on the planet. So the question I have from you is, are you creating your life from love, or are you creating it from fear? Now, when you create from love, you're aligned with the divine. You become a magnet for miracles, and life flows through you in ways you never imagined were possible. Now, here's how it works when you lead with love. Okay, simple scenario. When I love you, I'm fully present with you. I come from this space of grateful curiosity where I see and feel the divine within you in the moment. I am witnessing the divine thriving and expressing itself through you as you. But I can only witness that if I'm coming from love, when I'm in that space of love. I've got my love goggles on, okay? It's like polarized sunglasses. All of a sudden, I see the divine, like everywhere I go, and especially when I'm with you, because I'm beaming you love and blessings. Now, interestingly, step 2, when I notice the divine within you, I immediately acknowledge and appreciate it. That reflection of love that I sent to you as love, right? I sent you this love. It comes right back to me as I notice the divine within you. It's kind of a like calling to like, birds of a feather flock together kind of thing, right? And then the third part is you start to feel really safe once you feel fully seen. And you only feel fully seen when I see the divine in you. That's when you start to relax into being your divine self. You start to celebrate yourself. You begin broadcasting love in everything you think, say, and do. And this starts this beautiful game of catch and return. It's a mirror effect where what you put into the universe reflects back to you, and you reflect it back again, and it reflects back to you, and you reflect it back again. And it goes on and on and on. It's just beautiful. Now, ironically and interestingly and perfectly, those who love first, they don't wait for justification. They don't have to understand it. They don't have to deserve it. They just show up as love and with appreciation and gratitude for whatever they're experiencing. Those who love first receive the most from the giving of that love. Do you get me? because they started first, right? They initiated the game. If you have to wait until you feel loved by somebody else before you're willing to reciprocate, you're late to the party. You're late to the game. You haven't been receiving as much because you started later. If you're willing to just step in and love first, it's amazing what shows up for you. Now, I know what you're thinking. It sounds really great, but life doesn't work like that, right? Things get in the way. Well, there are three really common mistakes that block love. And as a consequence, they block your abundance too. And I do not want that for you. So just notice whenever you see this showing up for you. The first one is that need to feel right. We all have it. We're all human beings. We all are making these assumptions about the world and how it works. And then stuff happens that's not at all what you expected, right? And the challenge is we want to control our world so we know what to expect. The moment that you're willing to release that need for control and love without putting any requirements on it, you love first without knowing, without understanding, then love flows freely back to you. Blessings show up for you, abundance shows up for you. But if you have to be right first, it's not going to happen. You're closing the pipe, the conduit to love. You're closing the conduit to abundance if you have to be right first before you can hear somebody. Like if you have to be right and everybody has to be with your political party first, or they aren't worth your time and effort, wrong move. The second big mistake is feeling like you have to understand how everything works first. Well, little spoiler alert for you. Life is a mystery. You're not supposed to be able to understand everything. The key thing to understand, truly, the motivation behind everything you experience, everything in your awareness is designed to help you grow spiritually. You do not need all the answers in order to lead with love. You don't have to understand the cause and effect. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Just step into the moment with grateful curiosity and beam love into every moment and to every person that you meet. Just beam that love without understanding what it means or how it's going to work or what's going to happen. Just be there as love and hold on to your hat, because it's going to be really interesting. The third key mistake is thinking that it doesn't really matter. Come on, love's just an emotion. It's not real, tangible, physical stuff. No. You're really missing the point. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the energy that creates and sustains absolutely everything. When you love yourself, you're actually loving the divine within. And at the same time, you're honoring the unique, beautiful human experience that you're having right now, right? You live based on the need to feel certain emotions. Every action you take is designed to create a certain experience for you that makes you feel better about yourself. Rather than wait until the end of that whole long, hairy process, start the ball rolling by loving right now. Love what is right now. Love yourself right now. Love everyone, everything, every moment right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to understand. And yeah, it's wicked powerful for you. Now, here's what happens. It's really interesting what happens when you lead with love, because it turns out, don't tell anybody, love is your superpower. Yeah, I know. Love is your superpower. When you lead with love, you start to notice how you're showing up in the world. You start to see the skills that you're practicing or acquiring. You start to recognize the blessings, the resources, all these different things that you're discovering that are being uncovered and shown to you. You start to feel the emotions, the sensations in your body as part of the divine flow. So you open yourself up for miraculous healing. You welcome in all of the divine abundance that is there for you. Love transforms everything. Everything. That's why it's a superpower. It completely transforms your relationships, your work, your health, your sense of purpose. It's the foundation of the life you always dreamed of. So here's your next step. Take a moment to reconnect with the divine, with the God of your understanding. What I like to do is take those 3 deep breaths and breathe in, I am, and breathe out, consciousness. Those 3 deep breaths really take you into that space of infinite divine grace, where you have that sensation of being deeply loved and cherished for exactly who you are. You can feel that infinite energy of love flowing inside you, flowing through you. And it's infinite. It never stops. It never waffles. It never wanes. Now, you can just let that continue to flow through you as you savor that emotion, you savor that sensation. You can imagine softly, gently sending that love out to every single person you meet or think about, every single person you pass on the street. You don't even notice them, you just pass them by. Every animal, every plant, every rock, every building, everything. You can picture everything bathed in this radiant golden light, shining with the love that you're sharing. And as you do this, notice how your own heart starts to open and soar with love. Because when you lead with love, you're not just transforming others, you're truly transforming yourself and your own experience of yourself. Just please remember that everything begins with love. And when you love first, you create a ripple effect of abundance that touches everyone around you, and it bounces right back to you. I can't wait to hear how this shifts your perspective on your life. Make sure you drop a comment, send me a message, or tag me to share your journey, because I want to make sure we're spreading this love together. Stay tuned, because we're going to activate abundance in just a moment. Hi, it's Elaine Starling, the Abundance Ambassador, and I know since you're listening to this show or watching this show, The Abundance Journey, you really want to experience more abundance in your life. Well, that's why I wrote the book, 5 Steps to Activate Your Abundance. It's available for sale right now from Amazon, from barnesandnoble.com, and many international sellers. And I want you to pick up a copy because I'm really opening the kimono here and sharing all of the information you need to experience abundance in every single aspect of your life. The book's divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is called Meeting the Divine. This is where I share my near-death experience and the conversation I got to have with our higher power during my stroke. In Part 2, Messages from the Divine, I share the best practices that I was given, the secret sauce in how life actually works. And so you understand really why you're here and how you can make the most of your life so you love every single moment. And then in the Part 3 is Partnering with the Divine. That's where I go into each of the 5 steps to activate your abundance and explain exactly why it works so well. So take a moment to pick up a copy. It's available as an ebook, a paperback book, an audiobook, and a video course. So however you like to absorb information, abundance is waiting for you. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that you're here with me today. I do this all the time now, and you can feel it, right? You can feel my deep love and appreciation for you joining me today, for having this incredible shared experience today. Love is such a powerful topic. I know that this conversation is going to completely transform the way you experience the world around you. So let's jump right in to the Activate Abundance segment. Step one is always gratitude. Gratitude is the acorn of your abundance tree. Gratitude is the ignition switch to higher consciousness. Well, I'm deeply grateful that you were drawn to this episode because whether you realize it or not, you felt that magnetic, entrancing pull of love. That's right. You were pulled here by your own divine essence because love always recognizes love. Love is always seeking love. And you are divine love in physical form. By being here, you're actually aligning more deeply with who you truly are. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for choosing love. I'm really grateful for you being you right now. Step two, acknowledge something that was an aha for you. So for me, the thing that really stood out for me that made me kind of do a double take is resistance. The whole idea of resistance, because think about it this way. What if every single time we feel resistance, we are actually resisting love? Yeah. It's a little counterintuitive, isn't it? But think about it. Fear is always telling us that we need to protect ourselves. We have to stay safe. We have to cling to what we know. Love, on the other hand, is asking us to honor the divine within ourselves and others. Now, I love this really beautiful quote from Buddha. If you don't see God in the next person you meet, look no further. I think resistance is just a call for love. It's an invitation to pause, shift out of fear into grateful curiosity, to open yourself up to the blessings that are already present in the moment, even if they're a little hard to see at first. There's another favorite Buddha quote of mine that says, "Mind is everything. What we think, we become." So when you feel resistance, let that be your reminder to send love now. Answer the call with grateful curiosity and just watch how quickly your own energy starts to shift. You don't have all the answers yet. You don't understand anything yet. You don't have any expectations yet. You're just sending love. Every time you feel resistance, send love. Quite a concept, right? Step three, appreciate the difference it can make in your life. Well, here's the thing. When you notice resistance and you decide, because it's a decision you're making, you choose deliberately to recognize resistance as a call for love, you create an incredible shift in your own vibration. Let's say you come across a woman who's just been in a car accident and she's obviously really anxious. She's stressed out. She's freaking out. Well, your first instinct might be to kind of look away and think, geez, I'm really busy. I don't have time right now. But what if instead you paused and you sent her love, even if you didn't pull over to the side of the road and talk to her? What if you envisioned her receiving love? You picture her life improving dramatically as you see her surrounded by infinite blessings. And you don't need to know how things are going to get better for her. The divine has that part covered. See, the divine's always telling me, we are guiding you and you are guiding us. Whenever you see something that you don't know how to improve, send infinite love and blessings and we will take care of the details. You really don't have to understand. You don't have to figure it out. You can just let love surge through you and share it. It's simple. It's powerful. It transforms lives, including yours as the originator. Okay, step 4 is where we activate abundance. This is where we take something intangible like love, and we're going to make it very tangible through action. Here are 3 simple ways to do that. The first is schedule time to get it done. Now, for today's topic, something like love, to me, that means setting aside time to journal. You want to write down what's been bothering you, what you're resisting, the fears that are creeping in. Awareness is the very first step in letting fear dissolve so that it can be replaced by love. The second way to activate abundance is to create a physical trigger. This is something like crossing your fingers or tugging on your earlobe. It can be maybe you're getting ready for a really important phone call. So you cross your fingers before you start that conversation, and you just imagine yourself projecting love into the conversation. You notice love through the tone, if it's a Zoom call, like maybe it's through the facial expressions. You're witnessing and experiencing love as you project it into this experience. And when you do that, you're going to notice how much smoother or more joyful things start to feel. Collaboration is really easy when you lead with love. Now, the third way to activate abundance, I love doing this, share with an abundance buddy. That's what I call an accountability buddy, an abundance buddy. Find somebody who knows you and who can lovingly call you out when they notice that you're stuck in resistance. They can show up to lovingly ask you if you really truly want to show up as love instead of as fear, because they see it. Sometimes when you don't, when you're just feeling it and you're trapped in it, and somebody else can go, there's a better way. Remember? These small intentional actions make the difference. It really does turn love into something tangible, something that you live and embody every day. It's kind of like beginning with the end in mind. Since this is ultimately what you want to experience, feeling better about yourself and loving who you are, why not start there from the very beginning? And then, of course, you're going to end up there too, because it gets reflected back to you. How cool is that? Step 5, celebrate your progress. Success is not about giant leaps. Success is always about the baby steps. So maybe instead of ignoring an upset woman at a car accident, you smile. Maybe you even offer to call somebody for her. A small act of kindness is a huge, huge win because it comes from love. And every time you show up as love in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, you are being the divine. You are elevating the world's consciousness. So celebrate yourself. You are creating more abundance, more joy, more well-being for yourself and for everyone around you. Please, please, please remember, resistance is just a call for love. That's all it is. And you always have the power to answer that call, to share love with the world, to transform your reality as you do this. So this week, I'm going to invite you to practice these 5 steps, especially noticing when you feel resistance and using it as your signal to send love now and then watch what happens. I'm so proud of you for showing up and for doing the work and for choosing love. You are divine, and your presence is truly a gift to this world. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time for the Abundance Journey.
You've been listening to the Abundance Journey Show with Elaine Starling. Visit theabundancejourney.com/podcast gifts to access today's gift, as well as gifts from our other guests. Tune in every week to activate abundance in your life and business. If something resonated with you, please share it with your friends so they can benefit too. Keep activating abundance, and we'll see you in the next episode.